Howdy folks, I am Ruzkiel and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, we found out some really weird stuff regarding the tower, which I'm not entirely sure what the hell is going on. It gets me, that's for sure. Because I thought I had it I thought I knew kind of how it might have been structured, but how the funhouse may have been structured, but I don't think that's quite what I had in mind. Oh, I guess if we did I say we finished off our investigate? I don't know anymore. Anyway, we're here. We're going into the trial. We're gonna have the exciting, dramatic moment where all the profiles come up with the striking sound. And this is all that remains. The elevator shook violently as it descended at an ever-increasing speed. When we're in a normal elevator that shakes this bad, it reminds me of how efficient that elevator in the funhouse was. Yeah, that's probably true. The elevator continued to shake and descended deeper and deeper, and suddenly, it stopped, like it always does. And the door opened. Oh man, what a hideous wall. Good lord. It's awful.
I understand your desire to applaud this wonderfully vulgar trial ground.
Ah, you read my mind too.
But it's just so exhausting to discuss useless things. So let's just get on with it already.
Oh, so sad. My chest hurts. Forcing everyone to do this is so sad.
Hey! Don't go talking without permission after I've said my catchphrase. Otherwise, I'll roll a dice, and based on the result, I'll give you a sex change operation that many times.
What an extreme punishment!
Now then, let's get on with it once again. Let's get a move on, boys and girls.
And so it begins. I hope this would never happen again, and now it's happening for the 4th time. The curtain to the 4th class trial was about to open. Nekomaru Nadai, the ultimate team manager. He was more passionate, more daring, more honest than anyone I'd ever met, and a colon to match it all. Truly, he was more man than any of us. He ironic, because he was actually full-on robot. He sacrificed his body to protect Akane, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. But he still tried to live earnestly. And just when I finally got used to his new form, Nekomaru's killer is one of us. Killing someone because it's the only way to survive is no excuse. I won't let this be excused. I won't forgive this. The person who betrayed Nekomaru, who betrayed their friends. I will never, ever forgive them. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. We will just keep moving on. So, I didn't buy, oh, shoot, I didn't buy skills. Oops. Wait, no, maybe I still can. Maybe I still can. I can, yes, no, that's not it. I went immediately to the pet because that's what I'm just so used to anymore. Okay, so, yes, I have 10 now. I don't know which ones I wanted to get anymore. Well, time for a good old-fashioned cut. What else we got? We got more bullets. More bullets might be nice. Because I don't have a good pattern down, and I suck at that. Well, I mean, if I suck at panic talk, I suck at panic talk. There's just no way of fixing that. I'm gonna do what I think may be the risky thing. I'm gonna go with charisma. Yeah, I'm gonna go with charisma. All right, so I'm back now. I got charisma, which increases how much life I get back when I choose a correct answer. And I'm going to go ahead and attach menacing focus as well, because more focus is cool and good. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. I think I have everything else equipped. Yep, okay. And I guess that just leaves our list of evidence. So, I have no idea how the hell I'm going to handle this. Okay, so we've got the Monokuma file, which says he was discovered in Grape Tower, inside the funhouse. The head is severely damaged and beyond repair, and considered the cause of death. Despite the fact that his arms and legs were dismembered, these limbs were actually designed to be detachable, and it seems they separated due to a severe impact. Aside from that, several other areas of his body are damaged because of this. Many of his functions seem to have shut down. The wire around his body and left leg, the tip of the wire was also tied into a loop for some reason. The goodnight button on the back of his neck, when pressed, all of his functions cease and he is forced to enter sleep mode. The oil on the floor, the majority of it came from his fatal head wound. Okay, I'll have to try to remember that. The tipped over pillar on the side. Sorry, anyway. The damaged area of the pillar was also stained. It was so heavy that even two people couldn't budge it. The hammer didn't seem... I don't... Hold on. Big ol' hammer, but it was clean, as if it hadn't even been used. Chain around the door handles at the back of Grape Tower. For some reason, the killer was able to enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. Well, the door was a... What could be said is the tower could be entered from Strawberry Hall, not necessarily that the killer took it, but we'll run with that. Akane heard the rumbling noise at 5:30. There were pillar fragments underneath Nekomaru's body. None were on top. God, see, that's weird too, because it would indicate that Nekomaru was placed after the pillar fell. His account is he saw Nekomaru walking towards Strawberry House at 5. Oh, whoops. I hit the wrong button. The wall clock. At 5:30, the alarm in Strawberry House lounge went off. Fuyuhiko was at the lounge by coincidence and managed to stop the alarm, but Kaz and Gundam rushed to the lounge after being alerted by the sound. However, Nagito was apparently the only one who didn't hear it. The elevator, used to move between both houses, was broken and no longer worked. It was apparently broken at the Grape House side, so the last person to use it would have arrived at Grape House. Strawberry House button was broken. Okay, whatever. His sudden appearance. He was supposed to be a strawberry, but appeared at Grape House by some unknown method. The contact elevator should have been broken. Man, I had that water and getting all sorts of hiccups and stuff. The compass spun 180 degrees while the elevator ran its course. The clock's alarm timer. Nekomaru used this alarm clock to recover from sleep mode. The clock's arms are stopped at 7:30, and the alarm was set to 7:30 as well. So he was killed while he was waking up. Maybe just before? That's hard to say. The radio clock receives radio waves at fixed intervals and automatically adjusts itself if its time is off. Basically, it's an amazingly precise clock that can't be tampered with, not even to set the time. The broken doorknob found under the tipped-over pillar. Screws at the base are pulled out, and there are some scratch marks on the knob itself. One of the doorknobs from the far back of Strawberry House was missing. I think that should say Strawberry Tower, so the doorknob was originally attached to that door. Strange feeling in the tower. Regardless of whether you enter the tower from Grape Hall or Strawberry Hall, the placement of Nekomaru's body, the tipped-over pillar, the oil stains, and even the disassembled parts Kazuichi arranged look exactly the same. This is a weird one. This is a really, really weird one. Good lord, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well at all. But we're going to have to go anyway. Let the trial commence.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is, and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right? I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm going to be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it? Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth. One thing I do kind of like is how on Akane's portrait it's the Red Cross symbol for first aid and whatnot. I'm a little surprised that they didn't do something similar with Pekko's portrait in that case, with like samurai swords or something. Because I mean, obviously, Teruteru's had the fork and spoon, fork and knife, something like that, cutlery. And I mean, if they did the same thing with Akane, I'm surprised they didn't do the same thing with Pekko. Hey, why don't we try going over incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we got a detailed understanding. I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 AM. I headed over to Great Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Dude, calm down. Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy. We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House, and went to the tower together. Now then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body. The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard a body discovery announcement too. From Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found that the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget those boring intros, let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly, so it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all you in half.
You're the cruelest one here.
Now, even with the lovers' quarrel, we need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions. The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Huh?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Huh?
Oh, what the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell it just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking? It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... He's not seriously thinking it's a hammer, right? Let's see here. We got the wire, the oil on the floor, the tipped over pillar, the new looking hammer, the chain Chain. No. Okay. Chain. Oh, and the pillar fragments. Broken doorknob. Oh, good lord. That's a lot of truth bullets. I guess we should figure out the weapon first. The weapon was right there at the crime scene. So claims Kazuichi. The pillar, huh? Oh, that pillar, huh? No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer. Nope, I don't agree. And beat the crap out of him. If it was expected, I suppose that is possible. That's right, it was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided. Surprise beating. Well, I can almost agree with the fact that it was a surprise, but I don't know about a beating. It seemed more like a single severe impact. But the evidence that came up wasn't tied to this impact. Like he said, it looks like that's the case, but the hammer in the tower was the weapon. Like he said, it looks like that's the case, but let me look at my evidence again. Wire, oil on the floor, tipped over pillar, the new-looking hammer, the chain, the pillar fragments, and the broken doorknob. Well, broken doorknob doesn't have anything to do with it. That's something else. Probably when he tried to escape or something. Pillar fragments under the body. That's the weird thing. Beating. See, I wanna oil on the floor. Mostly came from his head. I could try. Let's see. If I argue that the oil on the floor. What does it say about the hammer? Again. Enormous hammer found on the floor. It was completely clean, almost as if it was brand new. Maybe I just need to use the hammer and say surprise. Yeah. I think I'll try the hammer on that, on the contradiction statement. Maybe. I mean, that's kind of my best guess at this point as for what response that they're looking for. But I don't know. It doesn't feel right somehow. But I guess it is right. Okay. Cool. That was better than I was expecting. Wow, good lord, if it's starting off like this and I'm already questioning myself, this does not bode well. This is going to be a brutal damn trial. and we get to experience that in the next one. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.